Hello, Gemini. It's Haley with Tarot from Beyond, here to provide you with your September 8th through 15th, 2018 tarot reading. I hope that you guys have been coping well with things around you that seem to be difficult and hard to overcome. I hope that you guys have been setting your intentions on what it is that you want in your life. I hope that you've been keeping your eyes peeled for the people around you. As all of the readings that I've been doing, it just seems as though Spirit wants me to make my subscribers aware of what they need to be aware of so that they can clear the clutter as they enter into their new beginnings. We got that new moon recently, and that new moon is not a joke. That new moon means that everything that you have not been able to release is going to join you in your new beginning. So anything that you don't want to take with you, I recommend that you drop it, let the universe pick it up and deal with it, and move forward. I understand that this process can be difficult, it can be painful, and it could be a situation that we don't really want to have to do, as when we enter into relationships, we always hope that they last forever, but when we realize that it's time to go, it is time to go. So I'm here to give you guys that motivation, and I'm here to give you that push to show you what's going on in your relationship, things that you may or may not be aware of, things that will resonate so that you understand. Look at that card, okay? The Hanged Man. The Seven of Wands. The Queen of Swords, the Ten of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. Let me see, can you see that very well? Okay, let me back this up some so you can see it. Awesome. All right. So what I'm seeing here is really nothing new compared to what I've been seeing in every zodiac. I want you to understand that swords represent thought, okay? They represent thought, okay? And it's our thoughts that create our reality. That is why people go for the thoughts in you to weaken you if they can. People who are crafty and who have an agenda will go straight for your thoughts and try to change your thoughts and try to manipulate your thoughts to make you feel as though you're incapable, to make you feel as though you cannot complete this or complete that without them. A lot of people want you to depend on them in order for your success when you are completely and totally capable of your own success, Gemini. And when you love somebody who has the potential to be psychologically abusive, which is exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's really disheartening. It really is. And I understand that. Been there, done that, doing it now. So sacrifice. Sacrifice. You guys are realizing that you're going to have to sacrifice whatever relationships that you are in that you know you don't want to be in, because you're constantly having to defend yourself against this person, whether it be physically or mentally, constantly having to defend your name against all the sabotage and running your name through the mud that they know how to do. They like to confuse you by telling you this or that, and you don't know what valuable information is or not when they come around, because they're so damn crafty. And these people are so damn manipulative. They've been doing it for so long, they just get better and better at it as the days go by. Just like you get better as the days go by every time that you continue to work on yourself and continue to build on your spiritual development. And so I see that you've adopted the Queen of Swords energy at this point, Gemini. A lot of you are saying, hey, I've been there, done that, and I'm not doing it again. Period. I'm going to cut off any situation or anything that's going to hinder my growth. And if that means that I have to put myself in an uncomfortable position to get away from someone that I have to defend myself against, someone who likes to run my name through the mud, and someone who likes to keep me in a constant state of confusion, then so be it, because I have to build what I need to build in my life in order to feel fulfilled and be where I want to be. So Gemini, that's an excellent place to be, okay? Because you know what to do about this sabotage. You know what to do about this confusion. You know that the person that you're dealing with, or whomever it is that you're dealing with, loves to play mind games. I mean, swords represent thought. Whoever you're dealing with loves to play with your thoughts. And it's our thoughts that create our realities. And see, people know that if they can go ahead and manipulate your realities, then they can manipulate your realities to a place where you're doing exactly what they want you to do. Okay? So with that being said, before we go into your cards any further, let's pull a card by Doreen Virtue out of the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, which also applies to males as well. And you pulled Mother Mary. It says, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Do you know why you pulled that card? Because a lot of you have been long suffering with whomever this person is. You've tried to love this person. You've tried to be there for this person. However, you know what? Your heart is troubled by being with this person. And that card is basically letting you know that somebody from your tribe, someone who shares your same objectives, is on their way. Whether that be me through this reading, or an actual person, or people that you're going to meet that share your same objectives, that are more than willing to help you with what you're going through. Lastly, I'm going to pull your Ascended Masters card. And you got Come Out of the Closet by Amaterasu. And this basically means individualize and be that authentic person that you want to be. Don't sit there and try to fit the status quo by being and looking the part that everybody accepts. Allow yourself to be that person that you really and truly are. You no longer have to wear a mask around people to feel safe. That spirit encouraging you to be your authentic self no matter what the other person is doing. Because the other person is likely trying to make you feel as though you and your authenticity are disapproved. Well, by whom? By whom? By somebody who likes to manipulate the hell out of other people to serve their own, personal vendettas? Think about it. Let's see what else is going on, Gemini. Here we go with that five of swords. What I tell you that swords represent? Thought. You're dealing with somebody who loves mind games. Love them. Love them to death. Rely on them. Rely on them constantly to give them the gas that they need to move forward. And every response that you give them is gasoline in their car to move forward. You guys have to excuse me. I just adopted a new kitten and my sinuses are just so... my eyes itch, my nose itches, and everything. And I'm trying to get through this reading by constantly wiping my nose, but we're going to get through it because your message is more important than my little running nose because of the little kitty that I got. Bottom line is, I'm going to tell you right now, the majority of the people on the planet, unfortunately, if you look at the President of the United States, look at him. He can't even control his own behavior. Now, how the hell would he be able to control an entire country? I want you to think about the mentality of the country, the mentality of the people in power. Everybody voted for a different president. However, because of that electoral voting and how that works, this man became in power. And you have to understand there are a lot of people who actually really support this man. That should tell you how many people are out there who think absolutely absurdly. They use people, they play mind games, and that's all they do. Because as long as they can get your mind to a place that will assist them in everything that they're trying to do and accomplish, they've won. They've won. Because now you're in your corner giving all of your attention to them so that they can meet their needs. And they don't give a damn about how that affects your needs. And so Spirit has told you to be your authentic self and to know that a miracle is on its way because your prayers have been heard. This person makes you angry. When I see the King of Wands, this tells me right away with all this red, that means you starting to become passionate about how this person just continues to use you and play mind games with you. They're basically taunting you. They taunt you. They taunt you. And they try to provoke a response from you. And you're at a point where your back is turned toward this anger. You don't want to be angry. This is not an energy that you want to invest in. However, this person knows how to make you angry. They know exactly how to make you angry. They know how to push your buttons. They know how to push your buttons. And every time you get angry, they want to turn their head away as if they're not the one who inflicted that and perpetuated that feeling in you. Anger. But see, the real you is turning your back against that emotion. You're saying, I'm not going to let anger control my authority as I sit on this throne. As I sit on this throne, because I have royal energy. Royal energy. I have self-control, and I know how to cut people off when they need to be cut off, and I know how to cut situations off that do not serve the purposes that I'm trying to fulfill. For me, for my children, and for those who are important and deserve it. Yes, you're dealing with people who sabotage you, and you're not even aware of it. You're dealing with somebody who likes to play mind games and keep you in a constant state of confusion where you don't know which way is up. Because you care about this person. The only way they'd be able to confuse you is if you cared about them. The only way they'd be able to backstab you to the point where you feel like this is if you cared about them. The way they communicate with you is absolutely awful. They push your buttons, but please know that as long as you control your emotions throughout the process, fate will be on your side. They're trying to mess with your fate by trying to provoke you to respond in a way that is inappropriate. See, even though they act inappropriately, that doesn't mean that you have to act inappropriately. You can go ahead and say, okay, I see how you get down. That's all right. I'll go ahead and let you act like that. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and do whatever I need to do to get you out of my life. And whatever that takes, take those steps. They may be inconvenient. They may require that you take a day or two off of work to go to the courthouse to get this person out of your home. Because psychological abuse is just the same as being punched in the face every day. And it's funny that the courts don't see it that way. See, if you ask for a restraining order from somebody who's psychologically abusive, you know what happens? They won't grant that to you. They want to wait until you do get punched in the eye before they actually make a move. But see, what they don't realize is that if you have somebody psychologically abusive who likes to play games in the house, that trickles down to the children if you have them. And guess what? Later on down the line, those children can easily become very aggressive people who don't know how to behave because they've been psychologically abused for years. That's why it's so important for you to make the proper decisions toward getting people out of your life that do not belong. People who push your buttons for fun because they know that they can. They feel as though they're actually doing something. They feel as though they're actually powerful when they get a response from you. And so I feel like this is both of your energies. I feel like you are like, I'm getting ready to get away from you as fast as I can. And I feel like this person is the type of person that likes to come in and out of your life anytime they want to. And it's the love that you have for them that allows them to continue to do this. And you're going to have to make a decision. Am I going to continue to let this person make me angry and play games with my mind? I know this person sits here and communicates with me all kinds of foul on a regular basis and likes to keep me confused because they have little things in the past of leverage that they feel that they can use over me to assist them in any endeavor. But I'm telling you, don't let fear make choices for you. You let spirit take care of that, because you know that you entered into this relationship with a genuine heart, hoping that things would end up well. But see, this person had an agenda from the very beginning, because if they didn't, they certainly wouldn't be inflicting this type of stuff. I mean, this right here is hurtful. But don't worry, the number 10 at the top represents completion. You are at a point where you're ready to complete this cycle with this person. You're at a point where you're ready to say, you know what? I'm not even going to communicate with you anymore. I'm not even going to deal with you anymore. And given that I didn't pull a card on top of the Queen of Swords, I think that happened on purpose. Let's see. Yeah, you're getting on your horse and you're ready to make an offer of love to yourself. You're ready to say, you know what, I love myself enough to not stay in an environment with somebody that's this psychologically abusive. It's psychological abuse that you're dealing with, Gemini. And you don't need that as you continue to work on your goals and your own spiritual development. It's a hindrance. It brings out feelings in you that you're not even comfortable with. You don't even get angry like this until this person comes around. And as soon as you make that decision by saying, you know what, I'm getting away from this person because this person doesn't bring out the best in me, and I know that that is not what Spirit wants for me, and it's not what I want for myself. As soon as you say that, as soon as you release this person really and truly from your heart and your mind and your soul, the universe is going to acknowledge you. And then what will happen? Let's see. Healing. That's what will happen. That's what temperance means. It's an angel. It's going to heal your heart. Soon as you step up and say, you know what, I'm not going to allow this in my life anymore. Temperance. Healing is on its way. Also, you'll be the one in control. You'll be the one. See, here's the yin and the yang right here. For you, Gemini. Look at that. See the couple? The Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. Do you see that? You're going to be the one in control. You're going to be the one with the authority. Saying, I'm getting on my horse to love me. I'm no longer going to put my energy into you, because where my energy goes, that's where it flows. And I'm no longer going to give you my energy. Because if I give you my energy, you're the one that's going to thrive. You're the one that's going to flourish. You're the one that's going to have all of the success, because I've given you all of my gasoline. But see, I need my gasoline in order to survive, in order to give my baby Pampers, in order for me to take care of my children and do what I need to do, in order to do whatever it is that you want to do. You got to stop sitting here feeding these stray cats, these alley cats that like to run in and out of the door and only come knock on your door and come around when they're ready to be fed. Your heart is broken, Gemini, because you know you have to make this move for your betterment. You put too much work into your family to let somebody continue to break you down. This is what you deserve. This is what Spirit wants to offer you. But how can Spirit give you this if this person is around? Because this person's going to just take everything that you achieve. So Spirit is going to put this King of Pentacles energy on hold until you're ready to actually say, you know what? I'm willing to deal with the storm associated with ending this relationship. I'm willing to deal with whatever it takes. That was the word that When I first started doing your reading, I was interrupted in the beginning, and I had to answer the phone call of my daughter. And then I realized that word willingness, that's what Gemini is feeling right now. You guys are willing. You guys are willing to say, you know what? I'm willing to go through the heartache so that I can get to the other side. And the other side comes with so much abundance and so much blessing and so much acknowledgement and appreciation from the universe by you stepping up and saying, I know what I'm worth. And it ain't worth me sitting here letting this person bring me to my knees and making me feel bad about myself when I know I'm a much better person than what this person brings out of me. I don't even feel comfortable with the feelings that this person is bringing out of me. Don't forget, look at this. You're turning your back against the anger that this person brings out of you. You're turning your back against the defensiveness that this person provokes in you. You're turning your back against the anger that this person brings out of you. And some of you are even turning your back on the healing that will come if you let this person go. Some of you are afraid to let this person go because maybe you've been with them so long. It's such a familiar road and it's such a familiar path to be with this person, even if it is abusive in nature to some degree. You're so familiar with being with this person that you just don't know what's going to happen next because they give just enough to stay around and you need that little bit. And it's no comparison to what you've given them. However, as soon as you make that move and you say, you know what, universe, I trust your judgment and I trust whatever it is that the outcome will be. Because universe, you know best. You know this person better than I do. You know me better than I do. But I know what I'm uncomfortable with and I know what I don't like. And see, when you actually step up and you say, you know what, I'm willing to step up to the plate of the heartache that's going to come with ending this relationship and ending all of the work that I put into this marriage or this relationship that I've entered into. When you're willing to face the feelings associated with being with someone who likes to dictate you and boss you around and tell you who you are when you know who you are. This person wants you to think that you're less than who you are. They play with your mind. They play with your thoughts all the time. But now you're ready to say, no, I'm going to be in control of my thoughts. And as soon as you stand up to somebody like this, you know what they like to do? They like to call you crazy, and they like to sit there and make it look like you're the one that's out of control because you have now stepped up and said no more. And when you say no more, according to everybody that they know, you're the nutball because you said, you know what? You got to get out my house and you got to get out my life because I don't want to be around you. Period. You have nothing to offer me but heartache, irritation, confusion, and all of these negative feelings that I want nothing to do with. So you're looking out into the world like, what do I do? And here you are, as the Knight of Pentacles. You're sitting on your horse and you've got that pentacle in your hand. And as you see, he's around the field and he's looking for the most fertile ground to go ahead and put that and bury that pentacle. It's a seed so that it can actually grow into a lush forest. However, you're sitting there and you're not quite sure what fertile ground really is, because this person has confused you into thinking that fertile ground is them rather than you. You're the fertile ground, Gemini, not them. Because anybody who would break your heart, confuse the hell out of you on a constant basis, and always keep you in a state of feeling like you don't know what you're doing, because this person is always sitting here putting down your thoughts, beliefs, and actions, that can definitely make a person feel confused and bound. And that's exactly where they want you to be. But here you are, totally capable, ready to move, but your horse is not moving. Why? Because you're with this person. And this is what the universe wants to give you. I mean, here you are. You got the pinnacle already. You got the pinnacle. All you have to do is plant it and nurture it. And nurturing it means believing that it's coming, believing that it's been given to you, and setting the intention that you know it will be here. Speaking to your higher self and speaking to your spirit guides and angels, and actually saying, by this date, spirit guides and angels, I expect my blessing. This person lies. However, you have so much potential to be financially independent and work on your self-mastery. But as long as you stay around this person, you're not going to be able to see all of this financial abundance. Furthermore, I see in your future, you're going to be with someone that's a perfect match for you. You're going to meet somebody that is on your level financially, period. Once you get rid of Mr. or Mrs. Liar and Mr. and Miss or Mrs., manipulator, and Mr. or Mrs. play games with your mind. So in closing you out, Gemini, with regards to this spiritual union that you deem a spiritual union, understand the only way that you're going to get that 10 of Pentacles that the universe really wants you to have is by walking away. Rolling out. Take you and your children and let your spirit guide lead you to safer waters. That's what that is, your spirit guide. Spirit guide knows where to lead you. So as long as you trust the universe, your spirit guides and angels, and you put your trust in them and you say, I put all my worries down and I'm no longer going to worry about it. I've released this person. I no longer want this situation in my life. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to end this, and I'm going to end it now. And whatever it takes for me to do that, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I'm feeling very much so, Gemini, like you have the will to say, I'm willing to face whatever is coming. Because whatever is coming, in order for me to get rid of this psychologically abusive person in my life, I'm willing to do it because I'm ready for my new beginning. That comes with the 10 of Pentacles. Financial independence and self-mastery. A mate that actually is on your level. And both of you continue to do your thing. You're just a perfect match. Period. Period. That's what you have to look forward to, Gemini. So I recommend that you rely on that willingness. Show the universe that you trust the universe enough to make the step toward ending the relationship that you are in, that you know leaves you confused and feeling bound and feeling like you just don't know what valuable information is and what valuable information isn't. A lot of you don't feel like you're in control in this relationship. And it's not about control, but you should be able to control yourself. But this person has a tendency to make it so that they're always in control of your thoughts and your plans and what you choose to do and this and that. They always have something to say about what you do and what you think and how you feel. And they put you down too. They put you down and they try to make you feel some type of way so that you can be exactly where they want you to be, which is in a place that serves their needs and not your own. Someone who loves you is going to support what it is that is best for you. They will go ahead and rearrange their schedule to help you as you are willing to rearrange your schedule to help them. So if you find yourself in a relationship where there's no reciprocity and there's no give and take, you know exactly that this resonates with you. And I ask that if it did, that you hit like and subscribe and leave your comments. For those of you who would like to go into your personal card so that you can get that spiritual guidance to help you move forward so that you're not living in the past in this situation and not reeling over the pain associated with having to end this relationship, so that you can live in the present and accept the present circumstances so that you can make plans for the future. My website is always embedded in every reading that I do. So with that being said, Gemini, continue to use that willingness to get yourself out of a situation that you don't want to be in and get yourself into a situation that you do want to be in. With that being said, my Gemini, I love you and I will talk to you next week. Namaste.